are listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You are listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
Welcome to Goof On, everybody. Oh, I don't like this hat. Hold on. Hold on. Nah, no. Got it. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. Can't be happy with this hat. I just can't. What is that? It won't go away no matter. Oh, it's nothing. It's a glare. Right? All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Saturday. It's January 13, 2024. It's 2:08 or 2:10 Eastern in the afternoon. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Because there's NFL football on. It's the playoffs, and I ain't missing it. Or nobody. See, I can't record. I don't have a DVR because I don't have normal cable. I have Fire Stick. Get all the channels worldwide and everything else. And yeah, so I can't, so I have to go live when those games start. Like all the other years before, I'd be showing on it late at night because I was able to record them. So how you guys doing? Enjoying the weekend? Look at this thing, huh? Coming in like, I don't know. Everything looks different today. Hold on a second. Hold on. Well, let me see this. It is on. I knew it. That is high def. Unfortunately. Hey, so today we're going to talk about what was discussed during the classified UFO briefing. You want to know? We'll tell you. We'll try. We'll see what's out there. We'll see what everybody says. And I am really not kidding when I say Corbell's role is a disinfo guy. That's his role in ufology. It has to be. You want to know why? Nobody, and I mean this, and I mean this with all due respect, actually, nobody can be that naive, that gullible. I don't want to say stupid because he's not stupid guy. He's a smart guy. Seems pretty smart. He's good at what he does. You know, he's there. I'm not. He knows people. I know some, but he knows George, who is his investigative journalist mentor. That's what he said on the news. He finally said it. You want to know why? Because he watches what we say over here. Told you. They do. He wasn't saying anything like he stopped saying mentor and all that for at least a year until I brought it up. He's watching. Jeremy, what is wrong? Why are you doing this to ufology? To you? Why are you doing this to you? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. We're going to come right back to that conversation after roll call because it's a Saturday afternoon, for cripe's sakes. Hello, everybody. I'm going to start with Jeanette, the angel of Gufon. Welcome to the show, Metalhead. My metal god of you, the metal god of Gufon. Hey, Hellfire Studios, how you doing, man? Yes, I did. That's all I know. No, yeah, well, I didn't per se. Welcome to the show, Tim Freestone. What do you say, man? How you doing? Good to see you. Damn it, boy. Donovan, what do you say? DOV in the house. Welcome to the show. What's up, Tets? Let me guess. Terrestrial, the extraterrestrials, TETs. Terrestrial ETs? No, it doesn't make sense. Welcome to the show. Who, what, wait, well, whoa. Ho, ho. Is that Stu Gerson? Ah. That's all. No, it's not all. Where have you been? It's the biggest. Happy New Year. He's the biggest guy. The biggest man in the world. The galaxy. I don't have the... I know you don't like it. Welcome to the show. FAP's here. F.A.P. What do you say there, Chief? Good to see you, Sean. Welcome to the show, too. How you doing, man? All right. Ben, the Yorkshire Goofonian, man. What's up, dude? Jeff Garvey. Welcome to the show. How to do? Thor Penku. What do you say, man? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Kevin, welcome to the show. Cornball. Yeah, I see people calling Corbell Cornball. That's a good one, actually. Brookies. What do you say there, Chief? Hi, Beats and Tapes. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Brian Yates. Welcome to the show. There he is. David Wilcox. You know what? I am very surprised to see a lot of the core group here. This is unbelievable to me. Samo, thank you for being here, too. Good to see you, brother. Welcome to the show, as always. Chris, how you doing? Because his videos are utterly shit and nobody thinks they are. Exactly. So what does he do? I don't get it. All right, look. Hey, Shelly, I'm done. Let's get right into it. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means I got a lot of show to do. Here we go. So you're right. His videos, they really are. My question is, does this guy not have a friend? I don't get it. Not one of his friends tells him, hey, bro, you know, that's 7 or 8 videos that have been debunked. I'm not saying stop what you're doing. I'm not saying stop, but dude, this is what you're giving the world. You can't do that, Jeremy. This is bad for ufology. You're watering down the legitimate stuff. People are going to look at your stuff and match it up with their stuff and think they got stuff. Meanwhile, you're misleading. I don't think you're stupid. I don't understand your angle other than you're a disinfo. You're showing what he's doing, everybody. I figured it out. And I mentioned it a few times because this is what I really think is happening. They get these videos from military people. I'm not even going to do the quotes. And these are videos that fooled the pilots or the military personnel when they first came upon. So let's say they're out there flying their jets. Oh, what's that? Oh, I don't know. Maybe a UFO. Oh, no, it's a balloon. That's what they do. Oh, what? Nope, it's a balloon. That's it. It fooled them for a minute. So Jeremy takes those that have been declassified because they realize they weren't really UAPs or UFOs, and they give it to Jeremy and say, look, we thought this was a UFO until we got right up next to it. Maybe you could use it for your little gig you got going. Show the world only the first minute. See, the video he just put out, many minutes longer. I think 18, but we only get to see, I don't know, wasn't 18. So they give it to him. Unless, you know, that's why people like Mick West, they dig a little deeper. They know how to get to the bottom of this shit. You know, these guys, you know, they're scientists and stuff like that. It's not hard for them to know how to debunk this stuff. And, I mean, this goes back to the very first thing Jeremy posted, which, by the way, I don't even remember. I remember the green thing, the radar, all that stuff we debunked. We, me, they, them, all of us. Oh, it was the chip in the windshield, I believe. It was the camera eye that I said they were using, which they said was a UAP. Remember that? It was from the pilot, caught it with his iPhone. I say it was the reflection of his iris on the camera. Fits perfectly. I think I really debunked that. Nobody believes me. Even though I showed you, I really do think I did it. Anyway, it goes way back. And Jeremy has been the culprit the whole time. When he releases these videos, whose name is on it? Jeremy Corbell, not George Knapp. That's interesting, isn't it? Because you know why? George wants nothing to do with them. Kid, he tells him, kid, don't put my name on those, whatever you do. Jeremy, you're going to get shit for it. That's why, and I don't want shit. I got enough shit, he's saying to Jeremy. Just being with you is shit. You know how much shit I get for being your mentor and friend? Stop saying mentor, all right? Stop saying that. But you are. I know, it sounds, how should we say, snooty or presumptuous. Well, you are. It's not presumptuous. Well, maybe I should pick a better word. You're making me not... Just leave. Take your UFOs with you. That's what George wants to say. But he made a deal with the devil. And he's staying. They both made a deal with Beelzebub. So I'm going to show you what they're saying. When will officials tell us what they know? I think this is Jeremy Corbell. Let me see. No, I want to get Corbell. Oh, and you know, they had that meeting behind closed doors Friday. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's what we're going to talk about. Yeah, that was a cool video, man. All right, let me pull it up. I thought I had it ready. Sorry. I was looking for a sock. I wasn't. Oh, my. Oh, that's right. I didn't do a show last night. I was sick. I forgot to tell you guys. Yeah, I had a little relapse. Ow. I don't know what I did to that. I had a little bit of a relapse, but I'm okay. It only lasted a very short time. Like the symptoms and everything else, it's going away, right? So every time I feel that, it's less and less and less. It took me out. Believe it or not, it took me out. But I think that'll probably be the last time it takes me out. Because I recovered within a few hours, but I was exhausted. I felt okay, but I was so tired. I couldn't even keep my eyes open. And I slept. I slept all the way through the night, through 15 hours, I think. Terrible. All right. Corbell claiming. All right, let me pull this up. Even though I'm going to find it. It's right here. These are. Okay. He says that it went over a body of water, but it never does. Yeah, I think Greenwald called him out on it, or somebody did. Here he is. Watch. I don't know why he does this. Why does he think it is water? I'll get you that clip. This is all brand new.
Now, when it goes over a body of water, I do have some footage of that.
Supposedly, that's not water.
This is when that same object, a jellyfish UFO, goes out over this like, you can kind of get an idea by that distance now how far these optic systems can reach. When it gets to that point where it's over the water, every source that I have talked with who is aware of this footage, that footage exists. You've got a UFO or UAP descends into the water stiff, comes back up, and then shoots on 45
Did we
degrees.
see that?
Now, this was taken by an intelligence agency and buried. So I don't know, man. These are the cases that spark me. I don't know what this is. I just know when I get military filmed UAP footage designated where people risk getting that to me, I take it as serious as it sounds, and I try to get to the bottom of it. And it's hard, but I do have a number of direct eyewitnesses now.
Wow. If we had time, I'd do body language. Man, that was awful. So let me pull it up where it's not really in the water, is what they say here. Let me pull it up. Here's my now is wrong. Also, people are saying it's not a smudge. So let's get off of the smudge. It isn't a smudge. I think Third Phase of Moon said they don't think it's a smudge either. They think that somebody messed with, they think Jeremy may have, well, I don't know if they think it, but they were saying how it looks like it was the original. Looks like it was stabilized in certain areas, which is weird. And that was to make it look like it was parallaxing, to give it that 3D effect. It's there. It's really there. It's not a crack or a chip on the lens, whatever. I really don't think it is. In my professional opinion. Why can't I find this? It should be easy. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, so God, I have so many things open. All right. Let me pull it up. That's not Jeremy Corbell jellyfish. Is this it? Oh, that's from. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. I see what I did. When I made this show, I made it when I was really in a different mood. Okay, I was talking about the secret talks they were having. Okay, let me get. Well, I don't want to stop the. Your mother's monkey. I can't find it. This has got to be it. Yeah, here it is. All right, this is one of them. All right. I knew I did it right. I just didn't do it. Doesn't even matter. You wouldn't get it even if I told you. All right, so check this out. I thought this was strange. I didn't know there was. Is he calling this the chandelier? Is that what he's calling it?
Journalist and co-host of the Weaponized podcast, Jeremy Corbell, is the one who released that video. And today he dropped yet another image of a separate UFO sighting. It's being called the chandelier UFO because of its shape.
Where?
A new documentary series hosted
Where?
by Corbell.
Stop!
Shows the moment.
Is this it? Guys, I don't understand. Is this it right here? Just to help me out, somebody. Is this the chandelier? Because when I play the rest of the video, I don't know what's going on. Watch.
Moment he speaks to an unidentified U.S. intelligence official about this puzzling image.
So what was the most impressive thing to you about this video, which the world has not seen yet?
The fact that it makes no sense. It is just the most bizarre structure with no purpose and with speed that has everyone across the intelligence community just asking questions and trying to figure out what this thing is. There is no wings.
Oh my God! See, I didn't watch the Jeremy Corbell's thing on Tubi yet. I watched 10 minutes and then I had to do something. I can't believe this is. Oh my God! I gotta watch that later. Are you kidding me? I gotta watch it. Holy shnikey on top of Old Smoky. What is going on? Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, my bad. All things good. Thank you for the 10 pound, 10 quid super dono. It's $10. And I was going to say, yeah, if you want to help support this, PayPal is the preferred, but you could do a super chat, super sticker, Cash App as well. All the links are in the show description. I want to thank All Things Good. I appreciate that. I see it's not about money with me, or else I would remember at the beginning of the show to do that. Now I'm going to do it every 5 minutes just to make my haters love me. No, I won't do that. Thank you, All Things Good. I appreciate the support. That is all the love in the world. I get it. Right back at you. Thank you very much. I didn't bring a water with me. Who's this? I don't think this person realizes I'm live. They keep messaging me. Hold on. Okay. I'm live now. Sorry. I can't believe this is the video. I can't believe it. This is really weird. Isn't this the... Oh, you don't see it. Sorry. I'm so selfish. What is this? You know what this is, don't you? North, south. This is a compass that you would see on top of a barn with a rooster on top of it, or a chicken. Yay? So far, I haven't seen the video to comment, but I'm looking at this and I see this trail here. So this camera person is probably, shaking a little bit, and you see these lines here. This line like a tail. All right, I'll play it because it's fun.
Seemingly no place for anyone to sit on. It's just a bizarre shape.
All right, we have the picture of the chandelier UFO, as it's being called, but where's the video? Let's bring in investigative journalist Jeremy Corbell to find out. So what's the answer? Where's the video, Jeremy?
Yeah, that's part of the story, and I think I'm going to have to answer that at another time, but I will say this.
Wait a minute. Can you believe this grifting prick? Jeremy, you're being a prick. God, I'm sorry. That's my vocabulary when it comes to you people. Trying to stop all that nonsense, but I can't get over it. Why? Why would he do that? I'll tell you why. Because he can't have two sightings going on at the same time. He's got to milk this one, and then he's going to milk that one. That's all this mother effer cares about. Clicks, views, and making money. Making money really is number one thing. He doesn't give a shit. There's no way he can like ufology. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't go. Look, if this was a real business, he would have been fired after the second one we debunked, which was the second one he put out 2 years ago or so. He would have been fired. But here we are again. And NewsNation, who has taken the reins on being the first to come out with this shit, you know, and talk about everything and everyone in the field, good for them, but they don't even do any real research. Nobody's asking Jeremy a hard question. She didn't say that looks like a medallion a priest would wear. Jeremy didn't say that looks like what a rooster sits on top of on a barn. She didn't say that. She said, oh, and where's the video? Well, we'll talk about that another time. However, I've got this video to show you, and that's where I paused it.
Is that there is more footage. That is a fact. So some people got to see portions of it within the intelligence community, and I'm so happy that people are coming forward. That's kind of the point of why you put some of this stuff out. There is a bigger story to tell. The object did go into the water for 17 minutes, and then it did come out and shoot off at an extraordinary speed.
No. Show us. There wasn't even any water. Hold on a second. While you watch the rest of this, let me pull that clip up.
Wait, are you talking about the jellyfish UFO or the chandelier UFO?
Right. So let's separate the two.
Right.
So what we are calling the jellyfish UFO is a strange morphology. I mean, it looks like a jellyfish, and because it went in the water, we dubbed it that. Some people called it the spaghetti monster, and that's awesome. But the other one, the chandelier, it's because if you look at it from the bottom, it looks like a chandelier. They're two separate events, military filmed footage of designated UAP by our intelligence agencies. So I'm talking about the jellyfish UFO is the one that actually showed transmedium capability. It didn't. For 17 minutes, did come up and shoot off at an extraordinary speed.
Nope.
When you say these videos were
what?
the military,
you should be mad.
Made by what kinds of?
You should be mad at him right now. Look, I'll play a video for you, right? It's my fleet video. I'll show it to you, right? As it's going, as the fleet, you see all the dots moving across the sky. But I tell you something very interesting. I said, hey, you know, at the end of that clip, all those objects came together and formed a circle and then skyrocketed out. But I can't show it to you. I can only show you these things. See, what Jeremy is doing, he's giving you what he thinks is the main course without the dessert and coffee. We want the cherry on top. He doesn't give that to you. Talk about it all day long, because that's what he always does on every one. That's his MO. Go back and look at everything he does. That's his MO. To give us something to imagine that's on the other 17 minutes of that video. Geez, if we could only see it, Jeremy. Oh, I know you saw it, but geez, Elizondo did the same thing. They all, it comes within 50 feet. Remember, Elizondo said, we got a 23-minute video. I can only show you 8 seconds. But, you know, somewhere in there, that object came so close, they couldn't believe what they were seeing. But you can't see it because it's under wraps. It's hidden somewhere. Bullshit. You got nothing. Jeremy, you got nothing. That has to be some sort of balloon machine that I'm not aware of. I've never seen anything so stiff and rigid be a balloon. I don't know what it is. But some people do. They did figure it out. Let me, this is so frustrating. As a guy who is in this field now, you know, I just can't believe this guy gets away with this. Everybody else in the field that puts out a hoax, they get obliterated by people, but this is okay. It's okay. You know why? You know what Jeremy says when we debunk, well, everybody debunked his flares. not being one big ship. You know what he said? What if it's not a big ship? If it isn't, well, hey, at least we're talking. Oh, you son of a bitch. Yeah, at least we're talking about with a weak foundation that you're supporting. No, thank you. We have enough. We don't need you now. This is just embarrassing.
Cameras on what kinds of equipment?
Yeah, it was actually called the MX-20 was the actual system, but we have surveillance platforms to protect bases. So this is the first time in history we are seeing a designated UAP, an unknown and unidentified, that it is moving into a restricted base. It is an incursion, in fact. So this is the first time you're seeing that. We've heard about this, how UFOs will come in, they'll turn on or shut.
That is not an incursion. Can you believe this guy? Do you see the words he's putting out there? Do you see the manipulation of the vocabulary of the narrative? This is totally irresponsible. No proof of what he's saying. Absolutely zero proof. And yet, here he is, front and center. They fooled everybody. This is a joke. The hell am I looking up? I was about to look something up. What was I looking up?
Shut down nuclear weapons in Russia. Restricted base. It is an incursion, in fact. So this is the first time.
I forget what I was looking up.
Heard about this.
Oh, I remember. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So an incursion. Several definitions. A noun that means a sudden invasion, attack, or raid. For example, the bandits made brief incursions on the village. That's not happening here. It's a noun that means the act of running or leaking into or penetration. You know, for example, the incursion of seawater. Not even happen here. It's a noun that means an entering in or into something, such as an activity or undertaking. For example, his only incursion into the arts. Not what we have here. A type of excursion conducted on a school site. Excursions provide educational value by supporting curriculum outcomes. That's not it. A marine incursion is the inundation of continental land by ocean waters. This generally results from rises in sea level. This ain't that. So it's not an incursion. Unless he thinks this is a sudden invasion or an attack or raid. Man, what a trick. Unbelievable, right? It's all in the details with him. Everything is wrong with this picture.
This, how UFOs will come in, they'll turn on or shut down nuclear weapons in Russia and China. Well, this is the first time you're seeing footage of an incursion of a designated UAP by our intelligence agency.
That to me is a lie. What is he talking about?
Agencies.
But when you say, I mean, you know, when we say designated UAP, that it has been designated a UAP by our intelligence agencies, that doesn't mean it's...
And it happened in 2018.
Alien life.
We weren't at war with anyone. And this says it happened over Persian Gulf, but that's this sighting. We're not talking about that this moment, are we? We're not talking about this because they can't show us that, but they're not talking about this.
If it just means we don't know what it is, right?
This is what they're talking about.
Correct. Yeah, we don't know what it is.
Does that look like an incursion, a threat? I don't see any. I don't see anything happening.
It's unidentified, which is very dangerous. To have something that you don't know its capability or intent, that is a big deal. So UAPs in general, I don't even know where they're from, who's controlling them, but the fact that they can outpace, outmaneuver, and outperform anything we have, that is an issue.
Yeah, they're doing something that we don't have the technology to do, and we have supposedly the most sophisticated military on Earth right now.
It's a problem.
Okay. The intelligence analyst that you interviewed in the documentary about the chandelier video said that that UFO, quote, made no sense. What was he talking about, and what else is unusual about that one?
Right. So to answer your first question, why is it an image and not a video? Because as a journalist, I can obtain and release certain things that do not have a problem with national security. It doesn't jeopardize our national security. So sometimes when I obtain things, I can create and put out a still image from a video. But there are sensitive things about releasing military film footage, especially incursions in military bases. So the chandelier one, you're seeing an image like the Mosul Orb, which is another military filmed UAP that I put out with George Knapp, my mentor in journalism, right? So this is just another image. Now, I hope the full video of the chandelier UAP does come out. We're even having pressure from inside of government to get answers from the Inspector General of the intelligence community. But as a journalist, I can put this out in good conscience and say, this is what's going on. Now, why it was unique. Well, the heat signature is unlike anything I've ever seen before, but also the people that have seen the full videos within the intelligence community, they report to me that there's no flight control.
Who are they? What are their names? Give me one, please. Nope.
Surfaces. They don't know how this thing was maneuvering the way it was and just kind of rotating. It is an unknown. It's not U.S. capable. We don't know whose it is, and that is a problem.
Thanks.
How about a balloon? How about that? I bet you anything it's a balloon. Does anybody know what that thing is? I shut it down. Doesn't matter. I'll talk about it another time. All right. So here is where Jeremy Corbell, it's proven that it's not over water. Okay, so this comes off of Mick West on X. That has a good ring to it. Here we go. You'll hear him say it, and then Mick West will jump in.
Now, when it goes over a body of water, I do have some footage of that. This is when that same object, a jellyfish UFO, goes out over this like, you can kind of get an idea by that distance now how far these optic systems can reach. When it gets to that point where it's over the water, every source that I have talked with who is aware of this footage, that footage exists. You've got a UFO or UAP descends into the water stiff, comes back up, and then shoots off 45 degrees. Now, this was taken by an intelligence agency and buried.
Hey, man, where is the, I thought Mick West was popping in.
I don't know.
I don't understand. I just watched it. Oh, man. I should have read one more sentence. It says this video has been geolocated and is not over the water. It's about 7 kilometers to the south of the base, over 10 kilometers from the jellyfish. Moving with wind, moving with the wind speed and direction, just like the jellyfish. So they're asking Jeremy, what gives? Jeremy, why did you say it's over water? That is interesting. So so don't you think Jeremy would have known about that? I tell you what, he doesn't care. You know what he'll probably say? Oh, it's just like the date on some video cameras. You know, you see something in the sky and your battery died at one time and the memory got wiped out, so you just turned it on and it flashed 12. But you still had to get the video, yet the time was wrong. Yeah, no, sorry. We're not buying anything. I thought, so that's how they figured it out. It wasn't over water. Well, if you look at that, it does look like water to me, but it also looks like land. Seriously, it does. Watch. It looks like Arizona. You know, I mean, that there doesn't look like water.
Idea by that distance now how far.
This is what he's saying is water. This could be dirt with, you know, the rocks throwing off the whiteness because maybe it's sunset or the sun's down and the rocks are still warm, or I don't know, whatever. Cold, maybe it's the opposite.
Optic system.
But I don't see anything here that proves it's water one way or the other.
Reach it. When it gets to that point where it's over the water,
Wait, did you see a road? Hold on. Was that a road? I thought I saw a road in the swipe. What is this? What is that thing? What is this? This looks like this is a road. So it isn't water. That's why they tried swiping it here. Look at this cross in the road. Oh, they're roads. No shit, this is a road. Watch how they tried to edit over it. He didn't do a good enough job. Watch.
It goes out over this like you can kind of get
See?
an idea
Watch
by
this.
the distance now.
Right there he did it and I caught it. Oh my God, he's lying. There's another road. That's not the ocean, big guy. Sorry, Bubble Yum. How did I get there? How did I find that? Where is it? I know what I saw. Now I can't find it. Man, that is just bizarre, isn't it? Oh, well, it's on replay, so I'll have to go back and look at it. Why can't I get it now? Well, that's bizarre, right? Oh, there it is. Oh, I didn't go far enough. There it is. He tried wiping it out. He didn't do a good enough job. He was 0.2 of a second off. He probably thought he got it. I don't know. Can't tell it's a road. There you can. That's a road.
Distance now, how far?
God. See, that's what... If I wasn't into editing, I would have never known how he did it. I saw it. I saw it. You saw it. Not water. That's a shame. I can't believe this guy is going around still peddling this stuff. Here, did we already play the Joe Rogan clip? I don't even remember playing it. Did I? Did I play the Joe Rogan already? I can't remember. Hold on, let me see if I did. Let me go here. Did I? I don't think I did. No, I didn't play Joe Rogan yet. All right. The show may go a little, I didn't play it, I just checked. The show may go a little longer than, since football starts at 4:30. Not at 4. I don't remember playing this. Let's hear what he says here. I don't know. All I know is he was on there just, what was it, a few days ago? This says 4 days ago. Hold on. He was on 4 days ago? I don't believe he was. He was? Let's see. Yeah, jellyfish.
Active war zones right now. There is such an increased frequency of what they call UAP or UFO that they have.
First off, I think everything that's being reported as a UFO, probably 99.999% of the time you can figure it out. Probably a drone. Do you know how many drones are in these wars? Millions. Oh, it's a lot. It's thousands, hundreds,
these
tens.
Rules, whether or not they fire upon them. And people got so mad at me for saying publicly on the news that we do fire at UFOs, because we fucking do. But why we do is not what people think. So
why do people feel the need to swear and talk about their penis when they get on Joe Rogan?
When you have an active war zone, specifically the area of the world that I'm talking about in the Middle East, anything within 27 to 30 miles of ground troops gets fired upon. That's it. But I was exposed to documents that tell me a little bit more precisely how you choose what to fire upon. And what you fire upon is anything that appears that it could have a payload.
Really?
Yeah, because it would be a threat. What do they do with like the cubes surrounded by these spheres? Fucking nothing, because they don't look like they have a payload. So they disregard. They're not part of the mission. So my point in saying that kind of on the news, I don't need to prove to anybody it's true. It is true. I speak with people that are there right now.
Hold on a second, Jack. Hold on. Nobody shot. Did they shoot at the jellyfish? Did they? It has seemingly a payload on the bottom. Whatever those appendages are, well, that are static, they're not even moving. Whatever those are could be seen as a threat too. Going by what he said. That's why I don't.
It is true, and there's been such an increased frequency since 2021 that it has been pushed up to kind of like critical, where they're like, okay, these things are in our airspace, we could have collisions, but more importantly, like, we see other countries firing on these. Russia, Syria. We know it's not their assets. So the question is, whose are these?
So when you say firing at these, so
Hellfire missiles.
Right. So you have this thing, and what shape are these ones that have payloads?
Okay, well that's what's crazy. So I have images of one that we fired on, and for
can you show us the image?
I'll show you. I'll show you. Yeah.
This is old.
Right now.
This is old.
I'll show you. I'll show you, but I think
you can't show it publicly yet.
I don't know, because it comes from a document I probably shouldn't have seen, but people send things to me in ways.
Yeah, this is old. I've seen this.
Anyway, let's talk about that later. So it looks like this.
Yeah, I remember the shirt too. Well, here he's explaining it. Let's just listen. This is the part I wanted.
Jellyfish, man.
Oh, the jelly.
There it is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's stiff, but that about the size of like a big coffee table. That's the one at least that we've fired on recently.
Big coffee, like this desk, maybe.
Yeah, about 10 to 12 feet.
And then it looks
domed.
I remember
and then
this.
It has and they're not all like this, but this is the one we're talking about that I know was recently fired upon.
Okay, it was fired upon. Don't want to hear anymore. It was fired upon. Does anybody buy that? Don't you think they would show us that video where it's getting fired upon? There's so much wrong with what he's saying. If they fired upon this stupid video, why can't they show us? Yeah, something's wrong. Yeah, I don't like this. Yeah, somebody else figure it out. I can't figure this guy out. This is very... Okay. So there's an 18-minute video of this stupid-looking thing that looks like balloons that were freeze-dried. It's what it looks like. So they're frozen there, however it is, whatever it is what it is. It looks like a Christmas tree melted with tinsel on it. It's a melted Christmas tree with tinsel on it. That's what it is. It is. It's a melted Christmas tree. I don't get it. I'm trying to think. Why would it look like this? Why? I don't understand its shape. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. The shape is weird. It doesn't make sense. I don't think it's balloons, but it has to be. But I'm not just going to settle. Well, what's this? Here's an analysis of jellyfish. He says I was wrong. It wasn't a smudge. This is a three-dimensional object. Got it. We saw that yesterday in a little different kind of light. But good job, man. Good job. Oh, my God. I'm trying to find what I need to show you. No. I think you're right, Chris. It is such a weird shape. I was pulling it up and then I wanted to see something else. I want to play that. Let's get rid of this. Sorry, just cleaning up a little bit. I've got more. Classified UFO briefing was historic. Who released the jellyfish? This is a good video. We'll play this. This is another part of that NewsNation interview. I believe this is different. Hold on. It's a different person. It's different. Here we go.
The back in the green shirt, there he is. And you can see all of this for yourself in TMZ Presents UFO Revolution on Tubi. Take a look.
You've said that the U.S. has intact spacecraft. You said that the government has alien bodies or alien species. Have you seen the spacecraft?
What I personally witnessed myself was very disturbing.
It has been since the inception of the UFO problem. Nothing to see here. All of that has changed.
A multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program.
Jeremy is also the co-host of the podcast Weaponized. He's with me live. I'm really appreciative to talk to you tonight, particularly because of today. What are your reactions to what we didn't learn today?
Sure. Yeah. So first of all, I just want to say it's George Knapp, my mentor in journalism, and also myself, and we obtain and we release videos if it doesn't compromise national security, and the jellyfish is one of them. Today was a historic day. So it was a classified briefing in a secret compartmentalized room. They call it a skiff. It was a huge day. I've actually heard what went on in that skiff.
Here we go.
You know, being an investigative journalist, I have eyes and ears everywhere, you know, which people hate, but it's true. There were about 15 members that were there. It was unified. It was across the aisle. The biggest takeaway that I got was that when I was told what was discussed in there, it was not just, oh yeah, we validated David Grush is an intelligence officer. I asked specifically, there was validation of his specific claims about UFOs when it came to his public discussion, what he did in Congress, which I helped set up, that public congressional hearing. So that was big news. I think the biggest takeaway, Ashley, and thank you for covering this, but you're going to cover it more because the biggest takeaway, we're going to have more hearings on UFOs and we're going to crack this open.
And this business that Representative Luna said afterwards that kind of...
Now, keep that in mind, what he just said. Listen to what Tim Burchett said, which is interesting. Here we go. In 5. Come on. Oh, I had it. 2, 1, go.
Investigation look like going forward? Is it more hearings? More?
I think so, but it's got to be focused on who we need to be bringing into the hearing. As I've stated, it's not about little green men and flying saucers. The issue is tens of millions of dollars on an issue that we've been told does not exist.
It's about tens of millions of dollars for research. It's about money.
Since 1947, yet they're spending that money.
Yeah, we're spending that money on what? Listen to this again and I'll shut up.
What does the investigation look like going forward? Is it more hearings? More?
I think so, but it's got to be focused on who we need to be bringing into the hearing. As I've stated, it's not about little green men and flying saucers. The issue is tens of millions of dollars on an issue that we've been told does not exist since 1947, yet they're spending that money on research.
More hearings? He says, yeah. He says, it's got me focused on who we need to bring in here. Time to take my pills. They, from what I heard, somebody wants to bring in Bob Lazar. I think Luna said that. You know, Loopy Lou. No. So he wants to bring in a certain somebody's into these meetings. So, and he says it's not about little green men. It's about the money that's being allocated for the research not getting there. The money's being push somewhere else. Yeah. To where the real stuff is. Why would they want to give funds to a know-nothing imaginary thing when you have the real people working on the real stuff, you bonehead? Don't they get it? You can't just give the black budget people money. You got to create a front. So that's the front. Don't you get it? Doesn't he get it? Yeah, we're trying to get all this money to help the black budget program, to help our government. And that is just the way it is. It is. Where do you think all that money comes from? Your tax dollars going to secret. I know it's against the law. I get it. I hate it just as much as you. But don't you think sometimes the law needs to be... Do you really think they would do it if they had a good reason? Why can't we just ask for black budget program money? I don't get it. What are they so secretive about? Just say, we're going to give $100 billion to black budget programs. Now, don't go killing people. You know, it's the same logic why you should legalize drugs. Same logic. I think that's pretty darn good right there, what I just said. That is a great example of what they should do. Just give the black budget money to the black budget people so they don't go black budgeting us to death. Make all the drugs legal. Nobody gets killed over it anymore. You know, people will OD, but that's going to happen anyway. Don't get me talking about this fentanyl problem we got. Do you know over 100,000 people a year die in the U.S. from fentanyl poisoning? Woo! That is a hefty fine to pay for having a good time. And I don't even think that looks like fun. How could that be fun? All right, I want to finish Jeremy over here, and then we'll skedoodle to something else. What else are we talking about? Why he is a disinfo dude, I'll get to that right after this.
Made me shudder that people have been hurt. They've been hurt trying to keep things secret, and they've been hurt trying to make them public. Do you have any wisdom or intelligence on that, Jeremy?
Yeah, of course. I know specifically what's being referenced there. And unfortunately, it is a reality that this information about UFOs, UAPs, same thing, it's regarded as...
Hold on a second. Two things. He just said UFO and UAPs are the same thing, when all I've been hearing is similar but different. What was the other thing? I don't know. What was he saying that made me trigger this thought?
So specifically what's being referenced there, and unfortunately, it is a reality that this information about UFOs, UAPs, same thing, it's regarded as higher than weapons of mass destruction. And there's a reason for that. So there has been pressure put on, not just from the public, not smash pieces in the media, but actual pressure put on by private corporations and also certain agencies or factions of agencies. And it is unfortunate. And I think that you can hear those details. I think those details will come out. But let's focus on the important part. The important part is people have courage. David Grush gave people courage. And this is important because it's allowing other people to come forward. People come to me and George Knapp.
Hold on a second. How many new whistleblowers came after David Grush from the government? Oh, that's right. Zero. Right? In 6 months, it'll be a year that Grush came out. So brave. The reason he came out, see, this is the most obvious to me. Everything about everything here is such horseshit. Look, it is what it is. David Grush, so far, is a hearsay whistleblower. Don't give a shit what else he said after that congressional hearing. Means nothing. Okay, he had a chance to tell us what he needed to, put it on record. If he really saw something, he should have just came out and did it. Because if he gets killed, he'd be a martyr. Would he? No, he wouldn't be. You think he would? Yeah, he probably would. But I think that would have protected him. But he didn't do that, right? So what they do, so they don't get killed, is they have Dopser. That's what he did. He went to Dopser. They told him what he can and cannot say to save his life, mind you. He had no heroism doing what he did. Matter of fact, it's treason. If you really want to get down to it, it is treason. Yeah, nice guy. I would never be friends with him. Any of these guys. Not that they would want to be, but can't trust them. How can you? You know, we sign these NDAs and, I just don't. This is why I say that side of ufology. Because they think with their emotions instead of logically, critical thinking. David Grush is sitting there all those years, festering and getting all mad. All these funds, all these funds are being allocated illegally to black budget programs. I know, I saw it secondhand. No, wait, I heard about it. Oh my God, he heard about it. Not even the guy who was there, who saw it with his own eyes. So you see how they, the government, bullshitted us into thinking this guy was a legitimate whistleblower when he's secondhand, third-hand nobody. That's the truth. That's the freaking truth about David Grush. Nothing he did required any heroism at all. What would have been a hero is having the real whistleblower come forward and telling us exactly what he, without going to Dopser. See, they don't care about me, you, or the people that are in it. They only care what the general population thinks. That's not us. And we'll never reach the masses. They'll make sure of it. They'll make sure of it. That's why I'll never be on, what's his name, Tucker Carlson. I'll never be on anything. They don't want to hear this shit right now. The narrative is there's a threat. We shoot at them. We don't know where they come from. And boy, oh boy, we want to make TV shows and find out about it. Instead of doing the real research, we're going to put it all on TV. Yeah, we'll give it to you piece by piece each week for 44 minutes. On the worst night that TV is on, Friday at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Everybody's out doing shit. So it looks like the government really wanted to go forward with maybe a little bit disclosure, which there's no such thing. But they reined everything in after the congressional hearing. It's over. Goodbye. Keep your whistleblowing 40. Keep them out of here. We don't need to hear the same story repeated. We got alien bodies. They're working with humans. There's secret location. It's underground. It's at the mine. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. And then we get Jeremy Corbell, the biggest grifter since what's his name? Since Stan Romanek. You are Stan Romanek 2.0. Everybody know about Stan Romanek? What happened to him? I'm not saying that at all. That's a sucky thing to be compared to, but that's who he is. That's who Corbell turned into. Took it to another level because he didn't go to prison, but nonetheless, here we are, grifting away. And people believe it because they don't know. The general population doesn't know, and that's all they care about.
And they leak information, and that's great. As journalists, we can absorb that and try to see if it's valuable to put out. But having somebody stand up there under oath in front of Congress and say, we've been reverse engineering UFOs. They represent non-human intelligence, not just craft, but biologics, which means bodies. And the fact this was said in a public realm, and now Congress, and they've been seeking answers, are starting to understand the gravity and the weight that this is true. I mean, it's really a historic moment. I think that's going to sink into people in a little while.
I can go back to the 1952 thing that I played yesterday or 2 days ago. Everything was the same exact narrative except for the body part. Because, it was 1952. little different, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy, just crazy. I got to hear this. I haven't listened to it yet. It's Chris Como with Corbell. Yeah, Corbell made the rounds. And you know what? After tonight, we don't have to talk about it anymore. So bear with me. All right, here we go.
Friday, Congress is supposed to get a UFO briefing from the man who has all the top secret details about the government's UFO programs. By the way, why do they have programs if there's nothing to look for? The intelligence community's Inspector General. Now, this week, a new UFO documentary series hosted by the one and only Jeremy Corbell on Tubi is making waves. Why? Never before seen videos, images the military has not told us about for years. Like what you say, like this I say.
What I'm going to show you now is the footage was captured by our military in 2018. Call it the jellyfish UAP. It's in thermal. It was filmed on a weapons platform. Each of these hanging things, they were stiff, like they weren't moving. They had geometric form, like scales, what was said to be scales, like an armor. There were also people with night vision who were out and they were tasked to go look for it. Couldn't see it on the night vision. Only in the thermal spectrum could it be seen.
Provocative. You believe, you don't believe, I don't care. The point is, there are government agencies responsible for being able to tell us what that is. And when we ask for an answer and they say, we'll get back to you, it doesn't make sense when they've had something for years. The man who's been pushing for better transparency, now the host of TMZ Presents UFO Revolution, Mr. Jeremy Corbell. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, Chris.
Congratulations on the series. Well-deserved. 2 episodes are out. I think the 3rd is dropping or has dropped. There's a ton of buzz. Good for you. What does Friday mean?
Yeah, look, I mean, like you, this is about UFO or UAP transparency. That's what it's all about. And if it takes whistleblowers, if it takes leaks, which obviously, that is on an increase, then great. But we want to know what our government has known and has kept back from the American public, which they have. So this is the beginning of that. They call the series the UFO Revolution. I think it's a great title.
There's 2 things that I don't understand that I want your perspective on. Well, that's not true. There are like 2,000 things I don't understand, but germane to this. First one is, what do you believe, no pun intended, the universe of possibility is for Friday in terms of what kinds of things may
I can't believe I did that. I want to hear what he thinks, and then I'm done. Spent a long time on this.
Right. Well, I know for a fact that the Inspector General of the intelligence community, the Inspector General, they have the information. I know what they've been briefed on. I've talked to people that have given them briefings.
Information about what, Jeremy?
About UFOs, about UAP, about the presence of what I call UFOs and people popularly call UAP now. It's the same thing. The presence of UAP in our restricted airspace, the presence of UAP durationally, reverse engineering programs, holding facilities with full craft. If people look back, I had the head of the DIA UFO program on my podcast with George Knapp called Weaponized, and the head of the DIA program said, not only do we have a craft, he admitted, but we breached the hull of it. I mean, look, this is not a secret anymore. We now need to get deeper.
There's no verifiable proof of what he just said. What do they call that? Hyperbole? No, that's not it. It's not a word that's in my vocabulary. Is it? Yeah, Corbell's living in fantasy land. He's living in a world that I believe is full of hatred? I don't know. He must hate ufology. He's got to hate it. There's something very wrong with this picture. I am so blown away that he has all this access, but he doesn't give us anything real. That's the rub. That's the punchline of it all. And kind of, in a way, I'm happy he doesn't get any real footage. But at this point in time, he has to stop. This has gotten to another level of ridiculousness. Pretty soon. I mean, this is what? You know what? Check this out. I think this is it. I think King Milkfart actually put this out? Wait a second. It showed all of what Jeremy Corbell put up over the years. They did. I thought that was KMF. Like the actual KMF put it up. Oh, here it is, I think. Let's see. No. It's an interview with Representative Luna. I don't really care. I don't want to see her anyway. You know, she's unimportant. Unimportant. There's an artist's depiction of the jellyfish video. Like, take a look at this. This is what this person thinks. It's pretty cool what they came up with. Watch this. All right, we're done with Jeremy. Get him out of there. This is cool shit. From Olaf. You guys know Olaf Rochner? I believe that's how you say his name. It's pretty cool. The jellyfish UAP filmed in thermal from a weapons platform, shifting from cold to hot, active jamming. Look at this. It's pretty cool. Stiff legs. Multiple witnesses not visible in night vision. Trans medium, ? Gliding over houses, observed, descending into, no, never went into water. Says after 17 minutes, something happens, but then shooting off at a 45-degree angle. Yeah, that's what it did. Yeah, that could be what it is. Maybe those are that's the landing gear. The legs. And then when they get to the ground, it really is like a transformer type of deal. When you look at it that way, damn it, this is why we need to see the non-FLIR thermal footage. But we'll never see that. You want to know why? I don't know. That could be something. I don't know. I never thought of it as a type of machine like that, like we just saw. It was going with the wind. And with Jeremy's record, there's a valid explanation. This is why they give it to him. I'll keep repeating it till the day I die. That's why they give him this stuff, because nobody will be able to figure it out with the footage they have. So it's easy to make up the narrative you want. All right, next, what was I going to do? Oh, yep. Here we go. Let's get rid of that. I don't care to post that. Get rid of that. All right, next. Oh. I'm going to play this. Jim Semivan, I even hate saying his name, wonders what it is that the USG found so disturbing that they refuse to even acknowledge we're being visited. Was this the... Hold on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, watch this. From UAP Mike on X. Oh, that's interesting. Hold on. Whitley Strieber, huh? All right, hold on. This is a weird... I gotta refresh. Yeah, what a weird video. I don't know how that uploaded that way. That's weird. All right, 3, 2, 1, ooh. And that, here we go.
And let me give the government here the benefit of the doubt in some respects. Why over 80 years, what did they know? What did they come across that is so problematic,
terrifying,
that they will not discuss this in any way, shape, or form?
That's right.
That's something that I've been thinking about, and I've had other people involved tell me, if you only knew the depth and complexity of this, and if you knew, how frightening it is, you would understand the government's, reluctance to even admit something is, is what is so obvious to all of us, is that we're not alone. But you have to wonder, and let me give the government here the benefit of the doubt in some respects. Why over 80 years, what did they know? What did they come across that is so?
All right. That is the question I've been asking from day one. I got a video right here I'm going to play. This looks good. So, from John Greenwald, he says here on X, looks like the few facts. Okay, do you guys know who Brian Irwin is? Or Entin? E-N-T-I-N? He's a Marine who worked on the base in Iraq. Tells me, or them, this guy, that he saw a full 17-minute jellyfish video. He says the Marines nicknamed it the Spaghetti Monster. Michael Sinkowski says he worked in intelligence surveillance reconnaissance and that the video is from 2017, not 18. Wow, still getting the year wrong, huh? Great investigative journalism, Jeremy. You're the best.
Did you see the full 17 minutes?
Yes.
And so what else is there in the video that we haven't seen?
Hold on. And he's alive? Oh my God. Stop the presses.
Not a whole lot. All I can say about that is towards the end, it seemingly just continued off into the distance. And it got smaller and smaller, whether that's because the sensor was zooming out or it was moving off into the distance, but it got seemingly far enough away to where they couldn't see it anymore, whether it dropped into the water or it just continued over the lake, because there's a lake next door of the base that we were at. But at no point towards the end of the video did where you could see it drop into the water and then shoot off into the sky like there have been some claims. That never happened.
Did you think when you watched it?
Did you hear what he said? I can't believe this. I'm burning up inside with anger right now. Listen, Jeremy Corbell said it shot up into this. That's what he says. The witnesses says. Listen,
you could see it drop into the water and then shoot off into the sky like there have been some claims. That never happened.
Okay. See, this is when Jeremy Corbell has to respond. Has to. He made it up. He made it up to make it cool. You didn't even have, you don't have to make anything up on UFOs. Why don't people listen? The UFO itself is exciting. You don't need to make it more exciting. God.
Did you think when you watched it for the first time that like it could be, non-human?
It crossed my mind because the theories that we had, like I said, didn't fully explain it. And so naturally, I think our human minds or our curiosity kind of goes there and it's like, is this something extraterrestrial or extra dimensional or paranormal or whatever, you want to call it. And it didn't seem to be posturing to threaten us at all.
But Jeremy said they shot at it.
Also, it wasn't like we needed to take immediate action against
it.
See? So, yeah, I think it was handled in the best way possible. Like I said, it kind of just ended up being kind of like the ghost story of the base.
Okay, take a look at this. This is called an aerostat. It is like a big
That's
blimp
not
that
it.
was floating over that base, Sinkoski says. And he says this is what captured the video. He says this big balloon floats over the base to look for threats, and that the camera on the balloon, called the aerostat, again, it's sort of like a blimp, is what captured the video of this object that no one sees.
Oh, it captured the video.
Exactly what.
Oh, it captured the video of
it is. As for Sinkoski, we've been able to confirm that he is a Marine, that he did serve in Iraq. We've reached out to the Pentagon for the last several days, Nicole, trying to get their take on this video, what they know about it. They've acknowledged that they've received our requests for information. But as of
why don't more veterans come forward? You know why. You know why. Because it really can cost them their career. Believe it or not. It can. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. If you're in the military of any kind and you're going to start talking UFOs, forever and a day, they will always look at you differently. Sorry, it's true. Unless your boss, your captain, your leader, your RO, CO, TCO, what is it? Your RTCO? What are they called? Captain? Lieutenant? General? Father. If he says it, then you can talk about your UFO encounter. But until then, nobody talks. I would never bring that up, ever. If I wanted my career to be... No. All right, got a lot of mo to talk about. Got some good stuff here, too. This one says play. Oh, that scares me. Let me play this. We're going to break up the monotony. There isn't any. I just said that to be me. Save you. I found what I was looking for. It was All right, I'll show it to you. This is from Charlie Parrish, whoever that is, on X. It's very strange, but thank God for Jeremy Corbell. Otherwise, we wouldn't even know what an alien spaceship looks like. So then Charlie's reply is, here are your alien spaceships. You can clearly see none of them could be drones, rockets, missiles, out of focus stars, flares, or planes. Remember? Splash, splash. And there's Boca. And there's the Mosul orb. And there's Rectangle Freddy. Oh, that was the rocket. There's the flares that he was saying was one craft because 40 people on the ground said so. This is the drone that he's calling look at these. And what the frigonometry? Are you serious with this last one? Well, so far, this is bizarre. This is not. This is a drone, right? Everybody knows this is a drone. I think we debunked that easily. Not we, I mean the people. This is very strange because of these legs. They're stiff. I still don't know what this is. And that scares me. That may be a biologic. For hell, I don't know, man. It sure as heck fire could be. But because it's by Corbell, and I just showed you the history of his last 7, all debunked. The last 6, sorry. We will figure it out. I don't mean me, but there are people who will figure it out. It's crazy, right? That every one of his has been debunked with ease. I'm going to show you a creepy ass video I just found before the show started. Just take a look at it. It's weird. Yeah, I know. Everybody's going to say it's fake. It's probably Chris Angel's brother. No volume? I can't hear anything. There's no volume. I thought I heard them saying, what is it? That's weird. I don't hear it. That is bizarre. Look at that. Tell me that wouldn't freak you out. Sure, it could be something hanging. I don't see anything, though. they're driving so close. I just thought it was kind of cool. It's a cool video, man. Even if it's fake, it looks pretty good. And let me, yeah. Okay, you ready for some fun? And then we're going to get back into the real thing, the why Corbell is a disinfo dude. But I want to warm you up a little with a little bit of fun. Have some fun. This is the final interview of the alien EBE-2 at Area 51. Hit him. All right.
Primitive medical care of a species that had barely begun to conquer its own diseases. But as we will hear, there are those who claim that to the aliens, death is not a final end to be feared, but a mere transition.
Oh, thank God.
It was in the late 40s and early...
Oh, we can't play this. Woo! I stopped at 3 seconds. Can't play that. That's a TV show. I didn't know. Well, we don't need to watch it. Oh, I did want to show you this, that the Matrix is an illusion sustained by our hypnotic perception. Listen. What have we been finding out the last year? How the government, people in government, Tucker Carlson talking about aliens being demons, and how we really don't make, or we don't have true free will. Remember, there are these outside forces, Tucker said this, that are the aliens, demons, that control our major decisions, just like the movie Adjustment Bureau. You put on the hat, you can go through the secret doors. No hat, no door. It's a good movie, though. However, that's what they're saying here. That we've been living under a spell, casted by words whose real meaning we ignore, whatever that means. You know what? You want to hear something really funny? There was a movie called Halloween 3. And on Halloween at midnight, there was a special broadcast of a TV show for everybody who bought, and for the people who bought this Halloween mask, they would get a big surprise or something. I don't remember. What it was a chip that was embedded in the mask, and when you put it on, it made your insides turn to snakes and grasshoppers and everything. It put out the signal through the TV. If you were wearing the mask, you were going to be spitting up snakes, full-grown pythons even. Remember that? It came right out of that guy's mouth. So that's what's going on. They're getting us through the TV. All right, maybe they're not. I don't know. I'm spitballing. 5 here. Check this out. Just watch this for a minute, will you? Turn that mute button. There we go. Black's Law Dictionary. Anybody know what this is?
The thing to have is a Black's Law Dictionary. It's about this thick. This is the dictionary that the lawyers use, and it has legal definitions of words in it. And when you use it to look up words, you find out really interesting stuff. Person, the word person. The definition of person is a corporate fiction.
Something's wrong. Why is this video here? I can't remember why I chose this video for the show. But I did choose it for the show because I gave myself a little reminder for the show. But now I don't know what it is. Is this another one of Corbell's hold on. TMZ's latest from Mick West. TMZ's latest alien scoop appears to be some people standing on a hill. Corbell perhaps picked a somewhat over-enthusiastic outlet. Yeah, I'm not playing that. It's not a video. It's stupid. Let's just get rid of it. Mexican officials call out Gary Nolan. Have you seen this? Check this out. Let me pull it up. Anything that could go against Gary P. Nolan. Mexican official calls out Gary Nolan, TMZ, and Jeremy Corbell for ridiculing the Latin American disclosure efforts. He teases that Peru is in possession of a deceased gray, with Peru's UFO hearing scheduled for March. What are they gonna do in Peru? Holy mackerel, are they really? Oh, I can't wait. Wait, where's the rest of the story? That's it? I don't understand. Yeah, I guess that was something. All right, here we go. Get this over there. Move this over here. Let me see if I should play this. I'm going to play this. Because I talked about deja vu the other day, and I've been having a lot of deja vu. You know, deja vu, and I don't know if it's in this video that I stole the idea from, or got the idea from, I should say. You know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'll let the video speak for itself. It's about a minute long. Joe Rogan. It's kind of interesting.
Have you ever experienced deja vu? If you've ever had the feeling of having lived a moment before, you've already experienced deja vu. It's an inexplicable phenomenon. And what if you had actually already lived that moment? The theory put forward suggests that our consciousness has already lived thousands of different lives before. And when we die, the bright light we see at the end of the tunnel is actually a form of rebirth into the world. As a baby, it is said that between the ages of 1 and 3, memories are being erased from your previous life. That's why we don't remember anything at the age, and sometimes not all memories are erased properly, which is why we can have this deja vu sensation, which is actually a remnant of memories from our past life, but we don't know it. The deja vu you experience would therefore be truly real. The interesting part is that new experiences you do in your life could lead to future deja.
That's not fair at all to make that video and tell me that. That's where I got the idea from. Like, I didn't think it was like that exactly. I thought maybe we were, not us, I saw somebody mention CERN, but this has been happening, deja vu has been happening forever. I mean, way before CERN. So I don't think CERN is the culprit. Maybe it is true. Maybe it is true that everything that we're living in isn't real. It makes you wonder, man. It's like what is it all for? Yeah, I don't know. Jeremy Corbell, I'm supposed to talk about this. Started off the show before I even did roll call. I was on a rant about Jeremy Corbell being a disinfo agent. I don't think I need to say much more to convince you. I don't think I need to say anything, to be honest. I think it speaks for itself. If it was you or me, Third Phase of Moon, putting stuff up like that, I don't think we would be able to handle it. So then I think, well, what is the one thing that would ease the pain of getting trolled on the internet every day by people who just hate me? What would curb that feeling for Jeremy Corbell? Oh, I wonder if we pay you maybe $10,000 a video. Pay Jeremy Corbell 10 grand? What are you talking about? Well, if you wanted me to do something, money would be a good motivating factor. Money. Yeah. It's a good motivator. It's probably the best motivator other than the worst kind. But I'm thinking positively. That is a very logical thing to think. It doesn't make sense why Jeremy is degrading his reputation with every post he puts out there. I don't know what these new things are, but I have to see the videos. I haven't seen it. And there's a reason why we aren't seeing the video, I think, of the new one, the chandelier one, that stupid star-shaped thing, whatever it was. I'm not buying that's a UFO either. That's like just picking up one of these, and yeah, well, I can't tell what it is because it's in FLIR. He's going to keep giving us FLIR footage so we don't see any details. Why are we putting up with this? It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm not putting up with it, but I'm talking about it. It's very frustrating. It is. He is a disinfo agent. And for that, and the obviousness of these being debunked within minutes sometimes, it is so obvious. You have to wonder why Jeremy Corbell would even think about using these videos. Yeah, I talked to Third Phase of Moon about this. They said, we would never post that flare video. Are you kidding? We would get crucified. But there's Jeremy Corbell with his loophole narrative saying, oh, but people on the ground think that. Oh, all right. Whatever you say there, Nits. Whatever. So, why would he? Why would he? That's why George isn't on any of these videos, I think, anymore. I think he was on the first one. Maybe. I don't remember him being on any of them. But that's why George isn't on these. His name isn't there, just Jeremy's, right? That's all I saw. Smart of George to do that, but guilty by association? You're his mentor? And I'm his mentor in journalism, and that's it, Rich. Oh, calm down, Georgie boy. I don't want anybody to think I authorized any of those videos because I did not. Okay, Georgie, whatever you say there, Mr. Lazar, what does that mean? I'm just saying, you brought Bob Lazar to the forefront. Debunked, but whatever. What are you mumbling over there? Did you know Gary Nolan hates Neil deGrasse Tyson? Who the hell does this guy think he is? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And he actually said it. I don't like the guy. Let's see what he says, actually. I'm curious to see what Gary P. Nolan, and the P is not for professor, says about Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Tyson needs to grow up. I think Neil deGrasse Tyson is jealous. You can publish that. He's acting more like an astrologer than an astronomer. He's acting more like a priest. Look at the people who are the most against it. They're actually not practicing scientists. They're opinion scientists. When's the last time any of these people have actually been anywhere near a laboratory or near a measurement device?
Wait a second. Have things changed that drastically? Have the table of contents grown exponentially that we're not aware of? That Neil deGrasse Tyson, what? He can't Well, why does Neil deGrasse Tyson need to be working in a lab anymore? He knows everything. He knows it all. Well, he won't admit he knows everything, but that is really weird. For Gary Nolan, of all people? And dude, you're talking about aliens and UFOs like they really exist, like you saw them. So don't go after Neil deGrasse Tyson for not being in a lab lately. Oh my God.
The signal we get from it is elongated, but it's probably a rubble pile stretched into that shape. Because you don't get that by nature. You don't get that.
Yeah, that's why it's man-made. Alien made.
You want that to be aliens. That's what, just fess up. You want that to be aliens.
Of course I want that to be aliens.
Okay.
These people should be forced to give back their PhDs. If you're not going to honor your oath of how you're going to address and approach data and openness to ideas, and you're going to use ridicule, you've lost.
If this were aliens in some kind of advanced ship, it would be maneuvering. Because a tennis ball would have that trajectory moving at that speed. That's all.
Is there any chance that's a tennis ball?
No.
I got it. You want to know why you want to know why Gary P. Nolan is mad at Neil deGrasse Tyson? He was projecting his issues onto Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's the one, Gary Nolan, is jealous because Neil deGrasse Tyson probably makes a shitload more money and is seen globally, but at least by 300 million people here in the US. That's what I see. Because I didn't see any issues with Neil deGrasse Tyson. Why would Gary Nolan say such a thing? Because he's jealous. It's so funny. It's like, who cares? It doesn't make any sense why he would attack the guy. Wait. Is he mad because he's going on a comedy talk show? A political comedy show and being funny? He thinks that's ridicule. I got to tell you, these are the people that are on that side of ufology that I don't want. I don't want them in it. They need the GTFO, man, because they're all little snowflake babies. They really are. They are. All of the people you see, every one of them, they're all pansies, if you want to go back to 1980 with me. Pansies. When was the last time you heard that? So Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp got the details wrong after investigating for years, these guys. I mean, they call themselves journalists. Interesting story. Let me see if I want to. No, we already did it. Okay, thank God. Trash can that. I want to take you on a little ride. I have never seen this before, oh, you got to be kidding me. Wait a second. Oh, here it is at the end. At the 12, I want to, this is quite interesting. Oh my God, the St. Louis Ark. Hey man, we're coming up on the end of the show. I didn't realize it. If you want to help support GoofOn, all the links are in the show description. We are survived by you. But tomorrow, I have a show set up for 2 o'clock, but I can't do it. I'm switching tomorrow's show probably to Monday. But because I wasn't here Friday, I was going to go tomorrow, guess, at 7 a.m. You want to do 7 a.m.? No, I can't. Maybe 9 a.m. I don't know. I'm switching tomorrow either then. All right, now let me play this. We're going to go up. Most of you probably never seen this before. But in one of my auditor videos, they take you on a little trip inside the St. Louis Ark. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're in O'Fallon,
O'Fallon, Illinois. And you know, it's just a hop, skip, and jump to St. Louis, Missouri. So we went ahead and swung by here. Now, here's a fun fact. A lot of people are unaware of this. The St. Louis Arch.
Oh, it's an arch?
Actually has a tram inside of that.
What did
and
I
you
say,
can
arc?
go up. And if you look, you can see, wait, see those little windows?
Oh, look at that, man. That's cool.
Let me see. Oh, there they are. We are going to go up there.
That's pretty cool.
This is a lot bigger in real life than it looks. Look at this. There you go.
People graffiti on it. But they carve into it. I can't believe people. Unbelievable. Can't have that music here. He probably did that on purpose. Hold on. It doesn't stay the whole time. Yeah, I don't know that music. Doesn't feel right. But anyway, let's go in. He turns it off once we're inside.
Yeah, go ahead. Jeez, that is small.
That is so weird, man. Whoever thought of something like this? There's an elevator inside that takes you to the top.
Okay.
And you actually go sideways at one point.
It's a tight squeeze.
I don't know that music either, but we were under 7 seconds. Yeah, they're going up, up, up. Well, how high is it? 400? St. Louis Arch? Oh, God, horrible music. That was horrible. That is crazy. Let me make a big screen for you. That's crazy, right? Oh my God, I can't believe they would build something like this. I would love to live up there, man. How cool would that be to live up there?
There you go.
The other side is much nicer. It's the city. Wait till you see it. You're like, oh, that's beautiful. Wait until you see the other side.
Gateway Arch.
Is it an arch? I thought it was the arc. Oh, it looks like Vegas, huh? Oh, it looks so weird. How could this be the Matrix? You know what I mean? If you think about if we were living in a Matrix, how is the Matrix? Not only the Matrix would have to have everything we videotape and record stored in the memory of these things. Of these machines. I don't see how. You know why? Another reason why we're not in a Matrix, probably. You see this? When he's walking by the windows. Oh, your mother's knuckles. When he's walking by the windows, you can see outside. Your sister's got 10 necks. See this right here? See him walking by in the cities out there. Right? I mean, it's three-dimensional. You know, pretty much we see it 2D, right? Isn't it 2D? No, it's 3D. 2D. But there, all this would have to be in... I mean, it goes all the way out there, but... Don't you find it interesting that we can only see so far? Look at that line. It cuts right off. I'm joking. All right. Pretty cool. Well, you know what it's like. You saw it. Pretty cool. Not much else to say there. And that's it for tonight. We're done. We're getting the health out of here. I want to thank the moderators and the super chatters for being very generous. And appreciate you. Appreciate you hanging out. And the newcomers, veterans, thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe on the way out. We got to get to 14,000 before the end of the month. We've got 2 weeks to do it. We only need a couple hundred. So dig in. Help. It just helps. That's all you got to do. Tell your friends, share, like it. Don't forget to like. I don't think I did a, oh, Let me get rid of this. Yeah, I didn't put a poll up tonight. Thank you, newcomers and veterans. Thanks, everybody. And one thing we try to do, and I think we do it, is give you truthology for ufology. For you. So with that being said, have a great night. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow. Maybe we won't, but we'll definitely be back Monday. But keep an eye on for tomorrow. All right? Alien blast.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Warning. Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying object